Shalom, Sister Deborah, coming evening with a message. Now, I want to say this. I want to say this. My Sabbath starts in a few more hours, and I'm looking forward to the Sabbath because I want to go into a silence. I want to be silent. I want to hear what the Most High Yah want to say to me. I just feel something in me that Yah is going to say within me. And I'm looking forward to the Sabbath just for that reason. I know I got my sunglasses over my glasses so that I can read the notes that I have here. I want to talk about several things, and I sent a message out. And I realized it ain't that I realized. Don't say that. Let me not say that. I come to accept that there is something very dangerous about Judah. Very, very dangerous about Judah. And I think they have totally ignored themselves in a way that they should have been focusing on how to do right by one another and each other versus having a scapegoat all the time, having a way out. But I believe that the Father has prepared something. And he didn't prepare it today nor yesterday. He prepared it to go exactly the way that it is going. And when he did it, he didn't have to get my okay. He didn't have to get your okay. He didn't have to make sure that we was right about it or we was in a certain situation. The Father got something prepared that has already been prepared. And for the same reason, this is why I, as a servant of the Most High Yah, appointed and anointed and predestined by him to come and be a mouthpiece and serve him on the earth. This is why it's chaotic to me. Because I think about how he sent me to speak to Judah, to be the mouthpiece from him to Judah. And that's why I can't accept the idea of a woman should be silent. Silence yourself somewhere and sit down. That's your problem. Ain't nobody ever silenced you outside of the white man. You quiet then. And no matter what they do, you quiet. But when it come down to having respect for the sperms that come out of you, you have none. You don't care about if it go left or if it go right, if it go up or if it go down. It's as long as you can get that quick pleasure and not know the outcome. Couldn't care about the outcome. And I speak this highly because I believe Judah is a people, a people that have men that don't realize you can't talk about a woman. You are the woman. She comes out of your sperm. What is it they don't understand? What they don't understand. And this is why I say he has prepared something. And what it feels like to me is he allowed them to take on these 400 years. He wasn't concerned about them not coming to any type of spiritual knowledge, because as a witness for him on his behalf, when he's asking me in the wilderness, what is it I see it? And I realized he asking me, do I see it based on how he's seen it? People, I realized that. He's saying this to me in the wilderness. What is it I see it? He basing it on what he already seen, making sure that I can see it and line it up with what he already seen. This world is gone in a handbasket. And I say unto you all, if he sent me down here for anything else, I will be teaching it and preaching it. Do I do and do I speak toward any and everything? Yes, I do. But his purpose in me was to come down and speak toward Judah. This is why Judah don't want women to speak. Women shouldn't speak. Because if you that stupid, you fall that dumb under them, you need to shut up for the rest of your living. Matter of fact, when it come down to judgment, you shouldn't open your door and mouth. That's how lost you been. And this is how a people didn't have nobody to correct them, to discipline them, to chastise them. Y'all took his face away from him and let the white man, yes, the white man, control you. Could nothing else control you? You couldn't even control yourself. Walking around here talking about I'm kings, leaders, and rulers. We the lion, use the fool. Because in this midnight hour, what I'm about to say, I'm talking to Judah that is spirit and truth. Judah that is of the body of Hamashiach. Judah that is the saints. Anything outside of that, kick rocks. Go somewhere and sit down. Y'all ain't even willing to break through you. But I want to say these things because I realize, come on, break it down, Devin. You don't have to say you realize. Come to accept. Let's put it like that. There's not even any words to help a people outside of what the power of the right hand and the stretched out arm of the Most High Yah has prepared. That's all I could say about that. And don't think that right hand and that stretched out arm ain't gonna show up and show out. Let's get to this here topic. I had to bring that out because it's gonna lean toward what I'm about to say. Okay. I want to say to you all, there were several, 6 or 7, maybe even more. I've heard their voice cry out. Judah, men. Most of them is like 25 up into 40. Something like that. The old heads, you can hang that up. They messed up from the floor up and they still run around here trying to make sure they mess up the younger. To make sure they don't find their way. That's what the old heads in Judah did. They make sure that the young ones don't ever find their way. That's why they got them out here killing their women. It's coming from the old heads, y'all. And that's exactly what the father left word. The sins of the father will roll down 3 to 4 generations. That is so fulfilling. And anybody turn around and say that's a lie, that's because you's the liar. You the children of the father of lies. Because that is 100%. 100% true. So what I'm going to talk about is a lot of gonna set some of you all on fire. It's gonna mess with you in a way you ain't never been messed with. Okay, but do you think I care? No. And I like to say, it ain't that I got on 2 pair of glasses. I got my sunglasses over my eyeglasses. Okay, so I want to talk about several things here. These individuals that I've heard, and the thing about me and you is I can feel people. And what it was to me, it was like my babies crying out, saying, stop now, stop, let's stop this. We need to do something. We need to stop. And these guys, one started crying. I'm not kidding you. One started crying. But the other one had the emotions embedded in them. And all they were saying is, what is wrong with our people? Why is it that we're doing the things that we're doing? Why is it that we are fighting and killing one another and not trying to work with one another? And they were so, let me tell you, each one, I felt them. And that's why I'm talking about it. I felt them. And the way I felt them wouldn't be like you feel them. I felt them like a mother of young men that's crying out for help, for change. And like I said, one just started crying. He got so emotional about what he was saying. This shows me that something has gone wrong at the level of the elders. They have messed up so much, like Dow's and many others that represent that think they represent some type of truth. All these pastors, TD Jakes rather mess around, hoeing around with little boys and boys than to tell spirit and truth. See, y'all don't understand. All of them, even the man that took Eddie Long's church, all of them, they have destroyed the men of today. And to hear these men cry out like that, it was just so, it's a feeling like I was a mother hearing my son say, I want some help. We need some help. And that's why I was feeling it. Because I didn't put them out as strangers. I wasn't looking at them as strangers. I was looking at them as Judah, mother of Judah, mother of Judah, mother of Judah. Feeling them, okay? Feeling what they were going through. Knowing already the outcome. That's where it gets heavy for me. It's to know the outcome of the cry of these young men. Can't seem to understand why is it that their men is not mentally stable or can't come together and stop this killing and all this chaos. Y'all got something planned for that. I know. This is do you think for 1 minute the reason why out of 100%, 4% know that they are the people of Yah, and they are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's seed, fleshly seed? 4%. Why don't you think the other one, the other 96, would know? This is showing y'all. And when y'all stand here and try to up and buckle down on me, you the fool. Because this shows you from 96% of melanated, I ain't gonna say melanated, Judah, brown skinned people from Israel and Judah, the real Hebrews, 96% of them don't give a rat's behind. If you can't see how deep that is, this is why you hear these younger men crying out. They are emotional because they're trying to figure out, do y'all realize what they're doing to us? Do y'all see what they're starting back doing? And their action, and why they sitting here crying and feeling this thing, Judah out here killing one another. While the enemy then went straight into the camp because there was no security to keep them from coming in so easily. They didn't just come through the front gate. They came through the side gate. They came through the back gate. And they didn't come in hiding and sneaky. They came right in, destroy your nation right in the front of your face. And you're trying to find a way that you can belittle your sperms. This is how sick they are. Is it any healing for them? I believe. And I made my title that way because the Spirit said it. I got something prepared for them, Deborah. See, with me, I'm like saying, well, wait a minute. Something got to show up and show out. Because there's no way he gave them 400 and something years to be worse than what they are. Come on now, y'all, make that make sense. Why would he give them, go back and think through history? He never gave them that many years. He gave them 400 and something years. And they still haven't come to the eye opener of nothing outside of destroying one another, belittling the women that's bearing their sperm. You see how sick that is? They can't find nothing but evil and wicked toward the woman that then took their sperm and raised their children for them. And they can't even call them children because they don't see the value of children, their own sperm. They don't even understand what their sperm is for. They think they are here to just get a good feeling while they are king, leader, and ruler. They're the line. You see? They don't have the sense enough to realize you can't call a female nothing. If she's a bitch, you a bitch and a whore inside of you because she come out of you. You see how stupid they are? And the Father said, I will visit the iniquity 3 to 4 generation. I know I said it in the last video. And I noticed they was tampering with that video all the way through. I sit there and I caught myself listening to some of it. I said, these people really didn't tap. You mean to tell me if Judah and them don't take a hold of what I'm saying, at least one, just that one, they're going to be surprised, surprised, surprised in this year and next year to come. Oh, they're going to be so surprised. They're going to think the whole world doing them wrong. Because I think too much warning has gone out to them. I think they've had more than warnings. But they think that they're going to make their own nation. And their way of making nation is loving on males, whether y'all know that or not. They seem to have this relationship with male on male for some reason or not. And I don't think it's because of the women. I think it's what's in them. He said, it would come like the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, the days of Noah. He said, so who is he saying this to? And since they keep saying this book is talking about them, who is this he talking about pulling up in Sodom and Gomorrah? Why did he have to destroy this whole city and all the surrounding cities around Sodom and Gomorrah? Why? Why did he have to go to Abraham and tell Abraham, I'm finna throw down on everything there? Why? Because he meant that action that he was doing was 100% on fire for him to do. It was in him to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, when you go back, you can hear Yeshua, which is the Son of Man. He's telling you this end day is going to be like the day of Noah and the day of Sodom and Gomorrah. So let's say we know it's like the days of Noah. Let's bag this thing up and land this bad boy down. What's going on with Sodom and Gomorrah? Our people, our men, I know it. In order for them to have that level of hate that they have today, is something behind it. You see them, they don't shake hands like they used to. They doing an extra embrace, hug, and grabbing each other. They feel so much joy when they're around each other. So much happiness. It's deeper than deep. And they don't think nobody know it. In order for men of Judah to have that level of hate toward women, it's worse and beyond deeper than deep that it's all about them putting them out of the house, getting food stamps and a check from the government. The Father wants you to know that's been a lie since the beginning. Since they came into this land, they ain't gonna tell you the truth. But this is who these people were before they got over here. You see? Now I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna be real sharp. I'm going all the way out. So as I was thinking, I was like, okay, so what's going on? I got something prepared for. This is what I say to people. When you really want to live, you're gonna die. When you're really ready to live, you're gonna die. Because what I'm seeing, and I'm hoping when Sabbath comes, he don't ask me what is it I see. because I have to run down to him what I see. Because if he asks me, all he's saying is, do you see what I see? Or what I seen? That's all he doing. Making sure I see it on the earth the way he's seen it already in the kingdom. That's all he doing. He ain't giving me no power, no authority or nothing. He just said, Jay, what do you see? I tell him what I see. You see where? Meaning you see exactly the way I seen it already. Okay? Now, he got something planned for you. He got something prepared for you. A lot of them don't say when I whatever, we can handle this. Pull up. That's their mentality. Pull up. Because each and every last one of them think out of their rectum. They think because they got a gun or two, that's when you want to live, you shall die. You better get back with Isaiah and let Isaiah tell you. You matter of fact, let me bag that thing up and land it down. You better go into Isaiah and then hear what Isaiah tell you going to happen to you. Then you go on down to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah's going to tell you what's going to happen to you. Then you go down to Ezekiel and hear what Ezekiel have to say. Oh, they all three of them are telling you what's going to happen. And I know y'all bypass that. I'm talking about everybody. Everybody bypass all of that. Because only one place y'all trying to look. And that's that 4% who say they know that they Hebrews. They looking only for Mount Zion. But they continue to live like the heathens and Gentiles. But yet they go into Mount Zion. But they continue to live like the heathens and Gentiles. But they think they got the key to Mount Zion. If you hear Isaiah and Jeremiah and Ezekiel, you can see in that day he gonna destroy some of them. A whole lot of them. Oh, they ain't looking at that. They ain't looking at that. Because they think that their way of cursing their wives, their children, their daughters, their sons, still don't mean nothing. I'm going to the kingdom. And if the creator is the creator that's going to say to each and every one of them, so what? I'm still taking you to the kingdom. Then we never served a just God. Never did. And when we tell you something, one thing I've come to know, that he is a just and righteous creator. He's not going to let these men get down here. Kill their family, kill their mother, their father, kill their wives, kill their children, and walk around here with this attitude toward the women, which is their sperms. How are you killing? How you got that much hate toward your sperms? You see how stupid they are? Because that's really what it is. You want to get down to the core of it. That's your sperms, man. So this is what's, you understand what's stirring me up right now about Judah. Okay. My message, this message need, now I'm going to go back to when I was younger. If I was younger and I had this platform that I got at 25, I can get a message behind the wall. The wall is called the penitentiary. Okay. I don't know if I can get one across death row. I might can. That might be so too. But I can get something across the prison system. Today, I ain't got that type of pull. But I send a message out there to the airway. By spirit and truth and by the light, I send this message to Judah that's in the four walls, that's in the prison. We got something prepared for you, even beyond the four walls. Let me explain to y'all where Sister Deborah's coming from. There is a young man by the name of Anthony. Carmel Anthony. And I done seen all of these videos. Let me show you how dog the white people are. They going into the prison system, interviewing old heads in the prison, allowing them to make videos stating how the booty bandit and the wardens is the one that's going to be 100% behind it. And the wardens they most likely Europeans. The booty bandit. All of these Negroes, which you call Judah, is in the prison system making all these videos for the white man, saying how they gonna tear this little boy's rear end up. And you gonna stand here and think this sister ain't fired up? You think that I'm not fired up? They got me the wrong way. You got me bent. Live or die. My Sabbath is gonna send a message to the Most High Yah that even the Muslim and every denomination in the prison system have something prepared for them from the Most High Yah. If any one of them touched that young man, even look his way, it's just so amazing how all these old heads in this prison system that this young man is in, and the white people got them doing videos showing how they gonna tear his booty up. Why? You see how doggy dog Judah is? And you silly women. That's why he said silly women ladder with sin. You already signed to hell because you participate in this stuff. You are the what allow them to think that all that stuff is right because you're waiting for them when they're done to make them men, leaders and kings and rulers. There should be videos all across this darn platform charging anybody in the prison, even the warden, that we watching you. Well, now I'm gonna tell you a little bit of something. I'm gonna send the prayer to the Most High Yah that from the warden, the captain, and the Muslims, and everyone that's in any prison, and this prison where this young man is at, y'all got something prepared for you. Because not only is Judah announcing it, they doing it with fun. And you stupid people out here don't have a word to say. I told y'all before, I done seen at least probably 20 cases where a white police officer or a white man then killed a black man. Mom and daddy hooping it for a week, maybe a month. Everybody's rearing up and trying to form something, and mom and daddy then took the money and gone. Same thing with this young man. These Judah parents take the money and run. It is so many of Judah parents that have sons that have been strictly murdered by white people. They give them 100,000, they take off running, never to be heard by. And you got all of Judah trying to say, when they did this, they did this, we gonna march, you gonna march. Sit your tail down and wait for it's your child turn, because it will be. It will be. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, what y'all got prepared. Y'all ain't worried about the white man. He already know the white man is locked in to the highest level of wicked and evil on the earth with Satan. He already know that. He coming all the way from the top. Roman Catholics, the Christians, every denomination, every country where the Europeans, white people reside. Y'all bringing them down in a way that they never thought they can come down. And they thinking it's going to be a year from now, 2 years. No, 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 no. It's happening. It's just that your good old America is not informing you. Or it's happened big time. They ain't informing you about it because they want everything to always be about brown skinned people. And the father said, don't ever trust them to march for you, to speak for you, until they're really willing to die for you. That's when you know they really represent the Most High Yah. That's when you know the strangers is not just strangers. They in there with you. And you know what else that does? When they get to that point and they in there with you like that, they see this country and their own nation of people being 100% unrighteous, 100% unjust. And you're not going to get none that really feel that way. Because they'll be with you as long as they can hide behind the pole. But to be with you based on righteous and just, oh, they ain't going to be with you, baby. They ain't going to be with you. Pray to the Father. He revealed it to you. They ain't coming your way. They right behind you and right beside you as long as they don't have to be with you through it. That's why I say it's like straddling the fence. They want to play both sides. But if they had to stand on the righteous side with Sister Deborah, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. They wouldn't come nowhere near me because they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be revealed. Oh, they can be revealed all long as you're on the platform. Oh, yeah, they can talk that talk. They can play that role. And that's why I like the Most High Yah, how he rumbles. Because the things I'm speaking to you is what he already informed me. So back in 2020, I was telling, they were doing this Black Lives Matter thing. And I was telling y'all, stay away from them people. Don't walk and don't march with them people. You don't need, and I think I'm sure I did probably from 30 to 50 videos. If you don't march, if you don't, I don't care about you marching with me. I don't want you to march with me. I don't want you to speak for me if you're not willing to die for me. And what dying mean is this. You're willing to stand for righteousness, like Yeshua did. Stand for righteousness. And that's what dying means. But see, they, because what's in them is a bloodline, just like Judah. A lot of people thinking when I'm saying Judah, where he says the sperms, it's like that with the Europeans too. What we're going through is what we're going through because of what our forefathers did. They have no idea that they're not going to escape either. Only thing about it, Judah has a better chance than they will. They have no idea, none whatsoever. Judah have a better chance than they will. Okay, so even though they don't know that Yah is going to measure them as a stranger, if they standing on righteousness, and that's the difference from this way in this day and time right now. They ain't willing to stand on righteous. They ain't gonna stand on just and no righteous. They don't even understand. They already dividing themselves from Yah. Because Yah is saying, long as they stand on righteous. See, they thinking they gonna bypass everything and just walk on in as a stranger. No, you're not. You're gonna have to still stand on that same righteous side from unrighteous. It's like just, like this country. Is it just or unjust? You're gonna have to feel that unjust. You're gonna have to own that unjust. Or it's in you not to own it. It's in you not to see righteous. You see, people really think that the creator is so dumb and stupid, he don't know who they are. No, he know who you are. Matter of fact, not who you are, he know who you were. He know what he sent down. And that's why I say I like how he rumbled. Because he know exactly who's who and what's what. But these guys are in the prison. And I'm talking about Judah. Talking about how, they're going to get him. One call it the booty bandit. They going to get him. But only one can get this young man first and foremost is what the wardens and the one that's over the guards, they're going to set that up. And if it's Europeans over it, 99.1 million, They are. They will be the one that try to set it up. But I sent a message out to the prison system where this young man is at. My desire is to pray that anyone touch this young man in any way, form, shape. Father, no, let me just tell you, my prayer to the Father is let him fall down through great pain and suffering and then into death. Because it's going too far, y'all. And Judah out there thinking somebody so stupid. That's why they don't want no woman to speak. Because a woman that is of Yah gonna speak. She gonna be about that truth. And they know that. So they want her to keep quiet, keep silent. You stupid fools. Paul can't tell me not to speak. Nobody in your study guide can tell me not to speak. Nobody. When the speaker is within me. So why would I listen to your stupid tail on the outside of me? When greater is he that created everything on the earth, give me the ability to speak, then you gonna tell me I'm supposed to follow you and Paul. You's a fool. Especially you. And I don't follow Paul. I follow the Ruach HaKodesh that lives in me. That's my teacher. So what's stupid? How stupid would it look for me to follow adorn Paul and you? That's no order. That's an order that the white man had rewrote along with picking and nicking and picking out of the straws so that they can keep your dumb tail in check. And you still don't follow it. You still the same people that came here cursed. You're still the same people. You got your tail in the prison, feeding the whole world. What you gonna do to this little man? And it's the old heads. It's the young ones gonna be participating too, but it's the old heads that's doing it, y'all. Y'all ain't seen it all online. But this is showing you the sickness in this nation of people. And you think the Father gonna say, come on, all Judah, and let's go? Come on now, y'all. When Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel done said, you're gonna die, Judah, and you thinking you're gonna be ready to go to Mount Zion. You all really don't know what Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob represent. They represent the spiritual seed. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob also represent the flesh seed. But the flesh seed ain't going nowhere. It's the representative of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the spirit realm, not the one in the flesh realm. They didn't have their chances. That's why they got to tell where they at now and still don't understand why they where they at. Matter of fact, they don't even know if they got a left hand and a right one. They don't understand there's a lot of things and characteristics that show them that they're not human. You're not human. When you conduct yourself in an unhuman way, you're not human. Especially the men today. They think they human. They think they somebody the way they conducting themselves today. And this is why they poke their chest out toward other men, hugging and shaking hands and wrapping around each other. It's because they got something in them that y'all don't know. Because it was prophesied it would be like the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. These are all the hidden things, y'all, that y'all trying to make a people so perfect, so good, and so excellent. You don't even know how heaven sees them. You know how heaven sees them? As they are. While you trying to put them up on a pedestal. And they have not shown in past 400 years. They have not shown anything. Not even that they will serve a creator. Not even putting him on the highest pedestal on this earth. They will not. They got to put themselves, but they ain't gonna put him. So these guys are making videos all in the prison system. So you know the white man behind it. Another thing, they making so many videos against one another to where they're doing so much killing among each other. You see, that it is what's giving them that energy to continue to do wrong. and not no feeling. They don't care about what they say. They don't care about what they do, but they want the world of Europeans to see them beyond human. I mean, being human. But they don't even see their own self to be human when you belittle your sperms that you put out. It is said, I will bring the children back to the father. What is it that they don't understand? They can't comprehend that. Because basically that's telling the men that all the sperms come from you, the children come from you. But not Judah. Judah don't understand that. That's too deep for him. He can't understand that. He think it was just good feeling that he had. Let me just go here and have. Let me have some here and leave them right there. This is who Judah is. Can Sister Deborah say all of them? I cannot say all of them, but majority. This is the same people that was like this before they got over here, y'all. So y'all put them in the midst of the people that was worse than them. But they were so much alike. They were twins in their hearts. In their spirits, they were twins. They had the same nasty mentality, the same nasty heart. That's what he told you. Ezekiel 36. I put them exactly where they needed to be, according to their ways. I know it. Ain't nobody ever taught it to you. They ain't going to. It's a lot of stuff ain't been taught to you. And he ain't gonna waste his time teaching it to you if you're still the same way you were before you got over here. Okay? So he ain't looking to change you. Now, the case is in revealing Judah. Don't see. He said that Judah is something is happening all over the world toward Judah. And he tells me that Judah can't even see it. So that's about right. That's about right. You know why? This is showing you the level of their mentality. They think it's about belittling a woman, or a woman of their own nation that done this and done this and done this and done this. That's all they can see. But you'll never see them say what they actually doing or have done to better their whole nation, to better their community, to better their families, to better their parents, to better their children. They ain't gonna tell you because they ain't doing nothing. And it's clearly seen. That's why it's so easy for the European to be out here killing them like they killing them. Because ain't nobody gonna recognize it. Ain't nobody go. You know how they took that young man to jail for 35 years? You see, ain't no black person stood up to say anything. Not an attorney, not a judge, not a nothing. Out of Judah stood up for that boy. Nobody. Because you got a million cases showing that Europeans have done the same thing and they ain't never got 35 years. But do you think Judah to stand up for anything? No. Only time Judah want to stand up is when he want to be wrong. When he doing wrong and he want to be looked at as making wrong right. This young man case, he should never have used a knife because that's what it does. It can kill like guns. Guns are the kill. That's why this country allow people to have guns because they said we got to kill them off anyway. Let them kill each other. And the Europeans too darn ignorant. They think it's time to party, time to go hunting. They done killed so many black people in the last 6 months, and the black, now I ain't gonna say black, I say Judah. In the last 6 months, Judah couldn't even count them because he acts like he can't count. He acts like he don't see nothing going on, and it's right in his face. Even his own come out of his household. It still don't matter. This young man, should he have gotten time? I believe if he used his weapon to defend himself, he shouldn't have got nowhere near what he got. But I believe he should have got some time, no more than 8 years, no more than that, to teach him that you cannot use a weapon as your defense if it's just a person without a weapon. Now, watch this. But I'm going to show you how the Europeans are. Let me show you how the white people are. It's another one of their tricks of the trade. One of them things they implanted in AI. is we're gonna make it look like he is so bad and he did this and he did that, that he had all the cameras to show you that it was more than one person coming after him. Anytime it's more than one person coming after you, you have every right to pull out a weapon for defense. Because now it's not even. It's not fair. With me, I had to fight someone, even if it was a man. I would want it to be between me and him. I'm serious, y'all. I wouldn't want to take a gun or a knife. I would want it to be between me and him. Okay? Because when it's all over, we both be living and nobody dead. And still we have to live with it. He has to live with the fact that he put his hand on a woman, an elderly woman, and I have to look at the fact that I had to fight back. But we come out of it alive. But if there's two women coming after Sister Deborah, most likely I will try to fight back as well. But when it's a situation where, just give me three, then hey, I'm gonna have to pump somebody. You see, I'm gonna have to defend myself. I ain't gonna let no three. But what I'm saying is, with this young man, they hid the tape, showing that it was several of them coming after him. That's why he was pulled his knife. I myself see that makes more sense, because you ain't gonna find too many Judah young men pulling out a knife on one guy, no matter how big that guy is. Like I told y'all, the bigger you are, the easier you fall. A lot of y'all don't understand that. Okay, but I do. The bigger you are, the easier you fall. It don't mean how tall you are. It don't mean how fat and big and whatever. Even a bodybuilder can come down quicker than 140 pound 5'10", because it's a way you can hit them. It's too much places. They're not fast, y'all. All this muscle is show. They're not fast. This is what Sister Deborah learned as a young girl. I wasn't a fighter, but I always thought if I ever get in a situation like that, I'm going for this. You see? But I'm just saying to you, the white people set the little boy up by not allowing him to get a fair trial. And they did it with what 99.20 billion would not see. And the white people all okay it. The white people don't have no problem with it. And it's showing you the level of their rottenness of who they are. It shows you that the level of how that hate, like Cain, that's who they are. They got that heart of Cain in them. No, the Father want me to say, no, it's deeper than Cain. Okay, so it's deeper than Cain. So I'm just going to put it there. And that makes sense. If this day is worse than any day, so yeah, it got to be worse than Cain. Okay? I don't know why these people are called. Okay? I hope did it start me over? Did it really? Did it start over? I hope not. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I hope it didn't. But see, I didn't even do anything but swipe it. The said decline. And it took me, well, back to what I was saying. I done lost a thought just that quick, because it looks like it started me over. I hate that. I hope it didn't. But back like I was saying, that they not getting away with anything, y'all. And the reason why you're not going to get Sister Deborah putting so much emphasis on them is because the secret that you didn't know is they're killing more each other than Judah is killing of their own. It's just that Judah is 13% of the population. They're more so for 50, about 60% of the population. So they're killing probably 10 times more homes. It's just that the way they got you want to look at, they're trying to make it look pretty. So you won't see in this country or around the world that they are beasts. So don't be looking for the beast. I'm here to tell y'all, as a servant of the Most High, don't be looking for the beast or the Antichrist or the 666. Because what people are within themselves is already beast. While y'all looking for a certain one to pull up, like he said, Antichrist, they always been here. While y'all sitting around waiting for the Antichrist. See how stupid people are? Same thing with the beast. People have a beast in them. You know what that is? Hate. Hate is a beast. In Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15, he said to the serpent, we're going to have your seed and the woman's seed represent the feminine part of the father's spiritual seed. So he's telling you the spiritual seed and the serpent seed going to have hate for one another. So therefore, this seed that has this hate is greater than Cain or Abel. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's greater than that. It's worse than that. The hate that they have is the hate that they trying to hold on to so they won't really lose the ideal of who they are. They don't understand that they are beasts. If they do their history and they study, which they won't, and even if they did it, they will be in full denial. And then they would cut up from the floor up even worse. If they were to find out that they weren't human, they would have a fit. You see? They would have a fit to learn that they are from the Caucasus Mountain and really who they are. And how ever since they exist on the face of this earth, they've been stealing and killing. And they stand over here and say, well, we got the education, we got this and we got that, we this and this and this, and you're not human. They got that from themselves. If they can make you unhuman, then that can make them feel they are human. That's why they got to belittle Judah, so that they can feel up high. But what has happened is the Father is prepared something. He prepared them to come after them. And they ain't gonna even see it coming. But when they see it, they can't even see it coming today. Their own nation is already after them. Guess where they at, y'all? They making deals with everyone away from the United States against the Europeans in the United States. Ain't that deep? That's why Donald Trump is doing all the things that he's doing to tear the country down. He's breaking the country down so that they can successfully destroy it. And these Europeans here thinking this time they teach their children and raise themselves to be this, did this, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna get this degree, and I'm gonna get it's over, baby. The thing that they hiding from y'all, you should see what it looked like. If you think Judah is in trouble, let me tell you something. They are 10 times in trouble than Judah. You see? And that is something they are not willing to own. And that's why he got something prepared for them, to make sure they are tore up from the floor. But he's doing it with them. See, the Father is not going to take no one over nowhere to tear them up. Let me show you why. The United States is tearing down the United States, not because of Judah. They tearing down the United States because that's how doggy they are to each other, that they kept hidden from one another. That's how doggy they have always been. And it's getting ready to show up in a way that they least and less expected. Their own kind has set them up so well. They used Donald Trump. Now, to me, between you and I, Donald Trump was the dumbest pick, I would think, because Donald Trump is not smart at all. But they use him because these people who want to say, great old America, they don't even know what the Creator has so great for them, to get their great tail tore up from the floor by their own people. Y'all ain't worried about taking Judah to have a shootout and a holy war against them. The Most High wouldn't dare. Why would you, Most High set up an unjust war amongst the holy saints of Yah with the beast of the heart of these Europeans? Why? He's not. He set the beast against the beast, the system against the system. It's a plan, y'all. That's how it's going to be successful. When you go into that 3 days of darkness, which is not 3 days of darkness, it's what they're going to do, and that is shut the grid down. So it's not, I don't know why I'm saying the 3 days. Let me take that back. That's not true. The days of darkness, I don't know how long they're going to allow. It could be whenever they cut the grid off. Do y'all know it's the plan of the United States with Russia, Iran, China, and definitely Africa, baby. They all in it together. British, German, they all ready to shut this country down. In this country, the doggy ones, guess what? They thinking that they gonna be able to have a racial war beforehand. They have no idea what the Creator has prepared for them. I told you all for the last 8 years, this country coming down from within. How can it come down from within? It's the trust that this country have for those who rule this country. It's the trust that's going to bring them down and have set it up. I can tell you this. It's so well planned to where they can't even see it coming. They cannot even see it coming. That's why I said, hear me now, in that last video, when they come after thinking they finna get victory and they finna and out their anger and their hate that they have had in them all this time, they're gonna run thinking they're coming after Judah and their own kind. It's gonna destroy them. Go back to your study guide. If the Ruach will reveal it, that's how dumb people. The study guide is for them to study. So when the Holy Spirit revealed to them and give them the quickened understanding of it, which He is the Word over those words, then it'll open their eyes. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna think that they coming and war against somebody that can't war against them. But they don't understand heaven's got that wrote in. See, they thinking the power rests in them because they white, say they right. They don't understand white that you gave yourself showed that you wasn't the white one, you were the dark one all the time. You've been the dark one all the time. Now, are there individuals among the white people that is and are of Yah? Yes. All over the world, all over the nation. But I will guarantee many of these white people here in this country of the United States, you ain't going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. Want me to tell you why? Y'all got hens of other nations. He called them the heathens and the Gentiles. But guess who they are? Other nations. Oh, they don't get it, Father. Other nations. It don't mean the United States. Will he have a few from here? Sure, I believe he will, but not very many. I think the United States is going to have, if you had to come out of 100, I believe something like 1% out of 100. Because that's the heart of the people here. They don't recognize that they never, ever, 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 ever did they study in their history on their forefathers. Because if they did, guess what? They'll know that the Father got something prepared for them based on their forefather and that they're not going to come out of here on time. But if they don't want to go, they so busy looking at our history and trying to read our history, they should have been just like Judah should have been. They should have been searching their history to find out, wait a minute, are we that bad, Sister Deborah? Are we that ugly? Are we that worse? Are we that? Yes, you are. You worse than that. You worse. The difference from them, they're called the people of Yah. You call still Gentiles and heathens. The worst, you're the ones that he set up in his will to do all the crime all over the world. And you thinking you're going to walk out of here as a stranger with the house of Israel and with Judah? You's a fool. You's a fool. They, in the United States, they be lucky if one pull out of here. You be lucky if 1% pull out of here. Because you're too rooted in that wickedness. It's too rooted in you. That means that you'll never ever take righteous over your nation of people. You'll never ever take righteous no matter what. You're not going that route. It's in you already. It's nothing you can do about it. But continue what you've been doing. It's trying to hide your hate, your wickedness. You can't. Cain couldn't hide his either. You see? So that is something else I needed to make a statement. And the reason why I don't hang too into the Gentiles and the heathen is because when Sister Deborah make a statement to you and say, if Yah is going to do anything, I, myself, as a prophetess in the wilderness, if he say unto me, what is it I see it? I see it, Father, that the whole United States of America should be destroyed right now. Right now. Even if, Father, I have to be among them. So I'm going to sit here and tell y'all no lie. That's just how if he has to say that to me, he haven't said that to me. But if he has to say to me, that's what I would say. It ain't like he going to listen to me and say, okay, I'm going to do that. No, I'm waiting for him to say, you see where? That means you seeing it from what I see in the kingdom. So that's why I say, if he asks me that, did he turn around and tell me I see where? I'm with that. I'm totally with that. Because I think a lot of y'all full of crap. A lot of y'all play the role, act the role, and y'all think that's what it's all about. Y'all think living is about y'all acting a fool. Y'all think living is about killing people, taking things from people, belittling people, making people less than less. Y'all think that's what it is because that's the way y'all been living. I come as a servant of the Most High Yah in the wilderness to tell you what the Most High Yah has said to me, and I'm allowed to see certain things and I put it out there. But you will hate me because of what? Truth. Because of righteous. I'm speaking righteous. I'm speaking spirit and truth. I'm shining light on darkness and I don't need to live. You see how sick that is? But people don't feel that. People don't care about that. They hurt, they hate is bubbled up because of what you saying is true. They hate get vicious because you saying it's true. Okay? So chasing after things is what many people are doing. They chasing after things versus chasing after Yah, the creator. Ain't nobody chasing after Yah. Ain't nobody giving rats behind about Yah. Everybody chasing after things because things make you. Things break you. Things lead you. Things guide you. And you chase after those things versus chasing after Yah. I will say to Judah this day. I was going to say something. Another young man talked about, I thought demons was in hell. And he was so serious. He said, I thought demons was only in hell. I didn't know demons was on the earth. That's what he said. And he began to tell you, breaking it down. I try to tell y'all. I don't know what la la land you all are in, but good luck with it. Good luck with it. It is extremely too much going on that's dark, wicked, and evil for everybody to be walking around here like they in la la land. These Europeans is doing so much evil till it has blown the hat off of this country. And y'all got something prepared for you. Because the thing that I think that's beautiful is how he's going to allow the white people to destroy the white people. They're going to be looking each other in the eyes, destroying one another. That's how it's going to rumble, y'all. So while they're trying to find a place and prepare, like they did for when you saw that Oriental man who shot, I think he was an Oriental or Asian, a man who shot the young man in the back. Look how the white people support that. Look how they support how they did the young man that stabbed the other guy. They hid the tapes. All the tapes came out. All the things that the judge and his attorney set him up with all the money, and everybody did all crooked, and nobody said nothing. You know, Judah ain't gonna say nothing. Judah just full of a bunch of trying to get some likes on YouTube. That's how sick Judah men are. That's why you can't ever look for the women. Don't ever look for nothing out of your black. I wouldn't call them black, but that's the only name they want to be called. Your Judah men. You can hang it up. You can say what you want. You can think what you want. You can feel what you want. You can hang it up. There's nothing there. And on the one, and y'all ain't gonna waste his time trying to convince you that either. He's gonna let you see what's going all on in the world and let you be out there lost, half cocked, and end up finding yourself on the dark side because you're trying to make these men something they'll never reach their destinies to be. And the reason why I speak like that in such boldness is because I hate how we as a nation of people disrespect the creator on the throne. We'd rather have more respect for Enoch and all the lost books before we have respect for the creator on the throne. A sick people, a very sick people, but yet they waiting to go to Mount Zion. Oh, there's a people that's slowful and laid back, but they are the ones that's getting out of here. See, no one ever thought that Yah had in Israel and Judah, he has a small remnant that is branded already in the forehead. See, y'all still thinking that everybody, all of us going. No, you ain't. No, you're not. You're not going to make it. So clowning and carrying on, all this stuff that's going on, it's no way. It's no way. Now, you will hear me talk and you would think that it's like Jonah in the well. No. Jonah can't touch where I'm at today. He pulled me up in the end days worse than any other day. So Jonah couldn't touch this day. The way Jonah had to go into Nineveh, the way he had to go in there to talk to them and the way they were can't compare to what today is going on. That's why you can't measure Jonah and I. Can't reach. Jonah couldn't reach the destiny of where Yah brought me in on. This mess that's going on in this day, I'm a living servant of the Most High Yah, strictly from the kingdom. But to tell you, we are in a day, hey, it's already reached the destiny like no other time period ever on earth. And that's why everybody's happy. Everybody's running around here happy when it's dark, evil, and wicked, murdering and killing and stealing, racist and hate all over the world. Especially in this #1 country that he's going to destroy first and foremost. And everybody laughing and happy. Thinking Donald Trump is going to give them $1 million and they're going to be good. And just because Donald Trump white, they're going to make them right. Anybody white, they're going to make them right. And didn't even understand, you know, how they going to find out who's who and what's what? It's when they own white people. Y'all send them out on them. And that's what the country got prepared. That's what the elites got prepared. We're going to send their own kind to destroy them. Right when they thinking they finna show up and show out. Oh, we didn't kill so many blacks. And I'm going to tell y'all out there. These White people have killed so many blacks y'all have never even heard about. I'm talking about as well as yesterday, the day before yesterday, the day before yesterday. They killing them up. And ain't nobody saying nothing about it. So that's why they getting addicted. That's why they falling in love with it. That's why they getting all embedded in it. That's why it's easier for them. That's why they all want to start the racial war now. And then the ones that comes up and said there's this is what they say. They say that they believe that there is about to be a racial holy war. Now, don't go putting holy in that bad boy. But if you put holy, you know what that's letting me know? You know what that's letting me know? That the Most High giving you the ability to know. Y'all gonna try to bust a move. And that holy right along there gonna show you why he gonna tear your holy tail up. You see? That they're saying that they can see it. So they're trying to say in the spirit realm, that's what it's going to be. But what about in the natural, where it's really at? So why are you putting holy? Because you're trying to step over in the realm of the Father. But he got something for you. You see? That all this message be on YouTube. Guess what? Y'all might say, well, Sister Deborah, you hear this and you hear it. But you know what it is? It's warnings to you all. It's a sad thing that y'all ain't hearing and y'all ain't listening, y'all ain't paying no attention, but that's on y'all. I done heard it. So when I hear somebody like the man I was letting y'all hear yesterday, when I heard just a little of what he was saying, that was good enough for me. To even let y'all hear it, I caught it on the wrong end, but I wanted to just show you these people know exactly what's going on. As well as they know you are the people of Yah. They don't give a rest behind. Hate, hate, hate. Hate, hate, hate. They don't care if they take your tail out. You don't care. You taking your own people out. You done destroyed your whole household. You done destroyed the oneness that you're supposed to have in your household. You done destroyed your mama, your daddy. And this big thing about, I wanted to ask the Father, where all this coming from? He said, no, Deborah, you didn't read it right. He said, you didn't read it right. And I had to go back to read it to see what was going on. He said, now you understand. I said, I didn't know that though, Father. See, he had to teach me what it was saying. Because as I was reading it, it's almost like it's just something that's always been happening. But he said, no, it's for this day, baby. Where he says, father against son, son against father, daughter against mother, mother against daughter, daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. All that stuff is for such a wonderful day like no other. Evil and wicked day. The day that we're in now. It was saved for this day. So when I see all these women my age crying and making videos, oh, they coming out hardcore about their children. And they dope children are sitting here whining about how their mama brought them up, what their mama did, and did. Don't these kids understand these are the parents you came out of? And if he got a seal saying, if I don't tell y'all what to do, but one of my commandments is honor your mother and father. How in the rat's behind you're going to get out of this world and end up in the kingdom not honoring your mother and father? I don't get it. Who along the line then told these adult children that you can have that level of hate for your mother and not honor them outside of you being the serpent seed? That's the only thing I can think of. He didn't say honor your daughter and your son. He said honor your mother and your father, likened to honor the Most High Yah. So what is going on? It's the serpent seed. Serpent seed don't care if you are a serpent seed. Serpent seed will fight the spiritual seed and fight the serpent seed. It would kill the spiritual seed as well as the serpent seed. That's how the white people are going to take out the white people. That's how it's going to be done. And guess who's setting it up? I heard someone talking about Persia is Iran. What is it he telling y'all in Ezekiel about Persia? He telling you. I sit back and hear the Father explain to me that there is a sick people who believe that Africa is who they from, and that's who they think they are. There was melanated people here in this country, but it don't make them Israel and Judah. See, this is stupid. This is showing you that somewhere something is real short, because you don't know your history and you don't know history at all of anything. Why does that happen, Deborah? Because they don't know spirit and truth. And spirit and truth don't know them. So therefore they just out here dumb. There were people in this land. It wasn't called America, but they were melanated people. This whole world started with melanated people. But every melanated people are not Hebrews. They are not Israel and Judah. Israel and Judah think anybody that has a color to them, a brown skin, is a part of Israel and Judah. That's another dumbness in them. Instead of them taking the 400 years and some years and do their deep study of why you came over here, who sent you over here, what did you do to get over here? So when you get ready to get up out of here, you'll be on the right line. Now one of them did it. You can't find one pastor, one priest, one evangelist, one apostle, one prophet, one prophetess, one Maureen, one seer, no one watchman out of the line of Judah to tell why did you come over here, how did you come over here, and what did you do to get here? Because no one wants to hear it. But who gives a rest behind what you want to hear? You're gonna die whether you know it or not. So he gave you 400 and some years, and your ear wasn't ready to hear. Your eye can't see. It's because you don't have what it takes. That's why he sent his own servant down here to tell it to you bold, sharp, as a two-edged sword. Don't care how it might pierce you from the back or to the front or straight down the middle. You are a people that nobody can't say nothing to, can't tell nothing. And nope, I don't need Paul, and I don't need no Negro man, no Judah to tell me I'm not supposed to speak. You're not supposed to speak. I have the Holy Spirit. You don't. So who tells the Holy Spirit when to speak and when not? You? You see how stupid y'all sound? Because y'all don't know why you here. You don't even own what you did to get here. So that shows you there's no truth in you, because you won't tell the truth. The world, as you know it, has allowed you to live your life 400 and something years and still running around here talking about your history. History you'll tell somewhere and sit down. It's over. It's time for judgment. And don't think it ain't hit this earth. Because I'm going to tell y'all something before I get out of here, because this is my Sabbath. Let me tell y'all a mystery that y'all have no idea that has taken place. These Europeans, I ain't even call them Europeans, these white people in this country didn't kill so many black people, it becoming normal to them. While y'all sitting around killing your own. I, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness, and ain't nothing you can say about it nor do about it. Now shut your mouth. Shalom and shalom.